Annual return is the one of the most important statutory filing under Companies Act 2013. This annual return provides a complete picture of the company as on the close of the financial year, generally 31st March, as on the close of the financial year, and it enables the register of companies, that is ROC, investors, regulators, and other stakeholders to understand the company's legal position, governance structure. So unlike financial statements, which primarily reflect the financial performance of the company, the annual return focuses on the corporate governance, corporate information, management, ownership, and the compliance status of the company. If you see the legal framework, annual return is governed under Section 92 of the Companies Act 2013 and read with Companies Management and Administration Rules 2014 as amended from time to time. So every company incorporated under the Companies Act is required to prepare and file annual return with the ROC, Register of Companies, in the prescribed form. So the purpose is it serves as several important objectives. Objectives like providing updated corporate information to the Register of Companies and maintaining transparency in the ownership and management, recording the changes in the directors, if any, during the year, any changes in the promoters, any changes in the key managerial personnel KMPs, reporting shareholding pattern and securities issued during the year, and demonstrating compliances with the statutory provisions, creating a permanent public record of the company. This is the purpose of the annual return. So which form is be filed? MGT-7. This is applicable to all companies except one-person company and a small company. Accordingly, private companies and public companies, Section 8 companies, even producer companies and listed companies other than one-person company and small companies are generally required to file Form MGT-7. There is another form, MGT-7A. This is simplified annual return, introduced exclusively for OPCs, one-person company, and small companies. The abridged format reduces the compliance burden while ensuring that all essential statutory disclosures are made. Now, what about MGT-8? Because we have discussed about MGT-7, MGT-7A. Now, MGT-8 is not an annual return. MGT-8, it is a certification issued by a company secretary in practice, PCS, certifying that the annual return has been prepared in accordance with the provisions of the Companies Act and the applicable rules. So MGT-8 certification is required for listed companies and companies having paid up capital 10 crores or more and turnover 50 crore or more. 10 crore, 50 crore and listed companies. This is mandatory requirement. Information contained in the annual return. An annual return generally includes SIN number, registered office details, business activities, principal business activities, holding, subsidiary, associate companies, share capital structure will be there, and details of the members, debenture holders, promoters, directors, KMPs, key managerial personnel. And board meeting details will write general meeting details, committee meeting details, and remuneration to directors and KMPs, and penalties, compounding fees, regulatory actions if any. So other disclosures prescribed under the law. So due date for filing, every company shall file its annual return with the register of companies within 60 days from the date of annual general meeting, that is AGM. So where AGM is not held, so the annual return must be filed within 60 days from the date on which the AGM should have been held, together with the reasons for not having the AGM. If you see the signing requirements, the annual return should be digitally signed. Annual return shall be digitally signed by the authorized signatories as prescribed under the Act. Now signing requirements we have discussed. Where certification in Form MGT-8 is applicable, the annual return must also contain MGT-8, that is certified by Company Secretary in practice, PCS. So consequences if not filing. So failure to file the annual return within the prescribed period. This may result in statutory penalties on the company and officer in default. Additional fees payable to MCA, regulatory scrutiny, possibility of prosecution, adjudication proceedings wherever applicable, and adverse impact on the company's compliance record. So timely filing remains an essential annual compliance for every company. I'll tell you the checklist before filing the annual return. Companies should verify first the share capital details, and then shareholding pattern, and then register of members, register of directors, KMPs, changes in the directors during the year, board meeting details, AGM details, and statutory registers and related to MCA filings. DSC validity of the authorized signatory, because this DSC has to be affixed. Applicability of MGT-8 verification needs to be checked. So 1% companies, MGT-7A is applicable, MGT-8 is not applicable. Even for small company, MGT-7A, MGT-8 is not applicable. Private companies, MGT-7. This MGT-8 if applicable as per section 92 subsection 2. Even for public company, this is a MGT-7 form is applicable, and MGT-8 applicable if applicable under section 92 subsection 2 limits. Listed company MGT-7 and MGT-8. So annual return filing is a comprehensive declaration of the company's governance and compliance position as on the close of the financial year. So company should ensure that all statutory registers are updated. Ensure that all the documents, all the information as on 31/3 of that year and statutory registers are updated, board records are properly maintained, and the information disclosed in the annual return is accurate and consistent with the records maintained in the Companies under Companies Act 2013. There shouldn't be any difference or deviation with the annual return or with the records available. Thank you.